And kicking off the program with the top story from yesterday, the Prime Minister has demanded the release of 7 Thai nationals who has been detained by the Cambodian authorities yesterday, including the Democrat MP Panitan Wattanayagorn. And latest we heard that the Foreign Minister Kasit Pirom will go to Cambodia to discuss the matter with his counterpart Ho Nam Hong today at around 4 p.m. So to talk more about this, we have the Deputy Secretary General to the Prime Minister and Acting Government's Spokesperson, Dr. Panitan Wattanayagorn, on the line with us this morning. สวัสดีค่ะ Doctor.
ครับสวัสดีครับคุณจิรติกรคุณศิริศักดิ์ครับ
So what's the latest government's progress so far on the issue?
Well, we have concluded our meeting this morning.
Yes.
Prime Minister met with several key leaders, including the Defense Ministry, the Defense Minister from the Defense Ministry, and Foreign Minister,
Yes.
the Secretary General of the National Security Council, and the Army Chief to decide on what we would like to do on this problem.
Okay.
We have concluded that we will call upon the release of those 7 Thai citizens immediately, and that's number one. Number two, we will send our Foreign Minister to meet with the Foreign Minister of Cambodia. I believe that he is now on his way, and the scheduled meeting is around 4 to 5 p.m. today.
Yes.
Okay.
And we also will ask the officers in the area to engage in fact-finding to see what happened in the areas, especially in terms of the locations of the arrests. And we hope that once the information becomes available, we should be able to inform the public more on what happened. But for the time being, we are now called upon the the Cambodian government to release our citizens with no conditions.
Okay. Dr. Panitan, had the government or the Democrats Party been notified by Kun Panit before he making this trip?
Yes. As part of the fact-finding in the parliament, Kun Panit informed the Prime Minister that he will investigate upon certain complaints by the Thai citizens in the area. So he, together with several key civil society leaders, went into the areas. But we did not be informed about the locations that he went. He just merely informed Prime Minister that he will go to the border areas.
Yes.
But he showed up with Kun Veera Somkwamkwit. For many scholars and analysts, they said that this might make Cambodia look at it as if it's a challenge. It's the Thailand challenge Cambodia.
Well, I think Kun Panit could give you more details once he can. But from what we know, we think that Kun Panit is trying to coordinate different groups and different ideas on the fact-finding trip. He may be invited, or he may be trying to make sure that he was able to exchange information with the groups on the ground. Of course, the differences can be seen between the government or individuals like Kun Panit and the leaders of the NGOs. I think that's a good thing for them to work together.
Yes.
To exchange the information or to go to the areas on fact-finding.
Yes. Dr. Panitan, when was the last time you have contacted the Cambodian authorities?
Actually, this is a rather common case or cases where citizens of the two countries are detained temporarily on borders, since the borders in many areas are not clearly marked, and in the process of demarcation by the Joint Border Committee. That's why we have officers on the ground and officers in the capitals, as well as the hotline between the two countries. In such a case like this, we had a few cases like this before in the last few months. So our officers are now in touch they are now on the ground. They are also exchanging information at the ministry level.
Yes.
The Ministry of Foreign Affairs of two countries are now exchanging information.
Okay.
We continue to work together, and we continue to urge the Cambodian authority to proceed forward quite quickly, so we can get the release of these people as soon as we can.
So officials are now still in touch, is that right? So
Yes, certainly.
how's the reaction from the Cambodian side, from the Cambodian authority?
They are now taking into consideration our requests, and of course they have their own procedures to follow, and we hope that they follow that procedure quite quickly, so we can come up with a common agreement. Yeah.
Dr. Panitan, on the surface, it looks like our relationship, Thailand relationship with Cambodia, it's looking a bit better lately. Do you think this incident will affect the relationship?
We hope not. Of course, border incidents happen almost on the daily basis in many areas. So this is very normal in certain ways. But of course, we are determined to make sure that we can reduce some kind of incidents like this. This is why the demarcation is very critical. This is why the MOU that we signed with Cambodia is very important to require us and Cambodians to work together to make sure that we resolve this peacefully and we resolve this in such a way that the two countries agreed.
And have you already talked to Kun Panit and the team again this morning after last night?
No, we are not able to contact him since after his arrest.
Okay, but it was on the Twitter that he was able to tweet a little bit last night, and he said he is fine now and he got his belonging back. Have anyone in the government or Democrats Party be able to get in touch with him?
I think by this time our officers in Phnom Penh should be able to get in touch with the 7 Thais. I think that's normal procedure. The authorities that we sent or that we have in Phnom Penh will contact those Thais, and that should be no problem with that.
Okay, Dr. Panitan, the area that Kun Panit got arrested is the area in question, whether it's belong to Thailand or belong to Cambodian, right?
We still investigate the incidents, so we are not able to confirm yet.
Okay.
But the areas, several areas in that vicinity are under negotiation between the two countries, under the JBC working arrangement. So we are not certain yet. We are now waiting for the confirmation on the ground.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Dr. Panitan, for your time for this interview, and I guess we will hear more about it very soon, at least this evening, and hope we get our 7 people back very soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you ค่ะ สวัสดีค่ะ
You're welcome.